Hello and welcome to Energy. Coming up on today's show, artist BJ Kamler will be joining us to talk about her upcoming exhibit at the Cultural Arts Gallery. Members from the O'Fallon Theater Works will also be joining us to talk about their upcoming production, and we'll head over to the Renaud Spirit Center for a look at some exciting and fun activities for older adults. This and more coming up on Energy. O'Fallon's new Krekel Civic Center is officially open to the public.
In 2016, the City of O'Fallon took its first steps in resurrecting its long-closed Civic Center. Through a voter-approved bond issue, the new Krekel Civic Center was constructed. We now have an event center available for our community to use and enjoy.
3, 2, 1.
First, let me begin by thanking first the residents of the great city of O'Fallon for passing this to let us get this done. So to the residents of O'Fallon, great job and thank you very much. Members of the OPAT team, our Parks and Recreation Board, our Parks Director Cindy Springer, thank you for this beautiful facility. When we were forced to close Civic Hall several years ago, I promised our residents that we would find a way to bring a new facility to this beautiful park that would once again allow Civic Park to host these beloved events. Today I'm proud to welcome all of you to the new Krekel Civic Center, named for our city's founding father. This building will again be home to family gatherings for generations to come.
Krekel Civic Center is a multi-purpose facility that can be adapted for classroom space, recreational programs, meetings, and events. The center consists of 4 rooms, 3 of which can be opened to host larger events with up to 200 people, and the 4th room as a dance studio. The building's amenities include a warming kitchen, wireless high-speed internet access, 90-inch televisions, a great presentation sound system, and personal microphones for speakers.
We had an awesome design team that worked really hard and long hours to come up with a solution that we think you will be proud of, and we will create a lot of new memories in the Krekel Civic Center.
A lot of memories were created in the old Civic Center. Keeping those memories alive, pieces from the center was incorporated into the new building.
We tried to incorporate some of the old Civic Hall into it. So the piece of artwork that is the focal point as you come into this building was created by Michael Bauermeister, and it is actually done on an old piece of the flooring from Civic Hall. So we took that flooring, he created a wonderful piece, but then we also used little pieces of it behind each of the wall signs denoting what room you're going into. So we tried to bring a little of that old building into this one, but we're just excited to have this one open. We can get programs going back in here, provide residents with a place to have different functions, and just kind of make Civic that hub of the community again.
At the front of the center is a flagpole that was dedicated to Army Specialist Mark D. Blakely Jr., a graduate from Fort Zumwalt North who passed away on February 23, 2013. This flag stands in honor of Mark and other fallen veterans who served our country.
I'm honored. It makes me feel honored that we did this for all of our fallen heroes, and not just my son Mark, but also for all of our fallen heroes that we're honoring today. So it'll live on for a really long time.
Flagpole for the veterans is just, it's something that O'Fallon does for our veterans. And to me, it's just something that I think we needed to do to make sure that we keep the veterans in our hearts and in our minds.
I encourage everyone to take the opportunity to take a tour of this wonderful 8,500 square foot facility. I hope you all sign up and rent it out, whether it's for 50 for one of the 1,100 little rooms, or if you take the whole room for 200 people and use the full 3,300 square feet. I hope you all enjoy it.
If you would like to know more about the center, visit o'fallon.mo.us/parksandrec.
The City of O'Fallon recently held a special event in celebration of their newly completed rotating sculpture series.
The City of O'Fallon recently launched The Shape of Community, a citywide temporary sculpture exhibition featuring 8 large-scale works of art in prominent areas throughout the city. This exhibition is unique to the St. Louis metropolitan area and will attract people to visit sculpture sites throughout the city. On September 28th, the city held a special event to unveil these wonderful works of art to the community.
It is fantastic. It's the greatest thing that's happening in O'Fallon. It's one of the greatest events that we've ever had.
A great addition to our parks. When people are out there walking and coming to the sports events, they have the arts to look at, and the sculptures. It's definitely an addition to our parks.
It was just a joy to be able to go check these out. Big, larger than life pieces of art that just cause you to stop and take a moment and breathe and look and absorb and imagine.
The sculptures that were selected for this project came from artists all across the country, from New York to California. Included in that list was artist Brad Heineman, a St. Louis native who was excited to showcase his work in O'Fallon. Brad created an 8-foot-tall guitar made of aluminum and milled steel, which stands in O'Fallon's Westhoff Park.
It's fantastic. It's where it needs to be. I made it for public. It's been at my house, so it's really great to have the opportunity to let people see it and just like tonight, see their faces as they engage with the piece and be able to talk about it. I love talking about art. I love making art. I'm an art teacher, so my life kind of revolves around that. And so having the opportunity to display a piece like this is an honor.
The artists who were selected for this exhibition created amazing pieces. It's hard to choose a favorite.
I like the horse.
I have to agree, the horse was probably my favorite. Although I like the guitar over at Brendan's playground at Westhoff Park, but the horse still stands out.
I was really drawn to the horse, Salvaire, and I love what the artist did with that. The dichotomy of the barbed wire with the horse. I read a lot more into it, and maybe that's what the artist thought, that barbed wire was an enemy to the horse, and here I saw this beautiful, beautiful piece made out of something that was an enemy to them.
I think that the City of O'Fallon is doing a wonderful job in promoting sculpture. I think that it's great to see the St. Louis City and greater community, greater area promote art this way. It's something to go through in a gallery to see it and things in 2D work hanging on a wall, but when you actually get to go out in nature and experience art in the round, I think that it's a wonderful thing, and I'm glad that O'Fallon gave us the opportunity to do that.
I think this is putting us in the limelight of being a city. I think we have to have art as one of the features of our city. It's missing, and we need to keep working at it. This is just the beginning. It's not the end, it's just the beginning.
To learn more about these amazing sculptures and where to find them in O'Fallon, visit o'fallon.mo.us.
The O'Fallon Cultural Arts Department welcomes new artist BJ Kamler to the gallery.
BJ is a local artist who began creating her award-winning drawings over 15 years ago and now has the opportunity to show her work to the public.
The work that I do is mostly in charcoal and carbon and graphite, all pencil drawing, and I like high contrast. I try to do realistic drawings, and I've just learned several of the techniques that I've been using over the last year going to classes.
BJ did have some inspiration for jumping into this rewarding hobby.
I grew up with two sisters who were very into the arts, very accomplished artists, and so I kind of steered clear of that because I thought I'll never be as good as they are. And then my mother, when she was in her 60s, started doing watercolor out of the blue. Never picked up a paintbrush before that. And by the time she was 80, she had just an incredible amount of artwork that she had done. It was beautiful, and she kind of inspired me. So I thought, well, maybe even though I'm a little bit older now, I can still pick up the pencil, which is, pencil has always intrigued me. Intricate, detailed work has always intrigued me, so I tried it, and I liked it, so I stuck with it. How I got started was to get a book from the bookstore by Lee Hammond, an artist from Kansas City. And another artist who has inspired me is J.D. Hilberry, who I just happened to find on the internet. And both of those happen to give classes, and so I've taken classes from both of them.
After years of honing her craft, BJ now has the chance to show the community her work with a show at the O'Fallon Cultural Arts Gallery.
I'm very excited. This is the first time I've ever displayed my work. I entered a contest at St. Charles Community College, I think it was last summer, a student art show, and I won first prize, very surprised. And so I thought, maybe it's worth displaying somewhere, and that's when I contacted Darren Granis, and he suggested all I needed to do was put in a proposal, which I did, and he accepted it right away, and now I have my first show coming up. I'm very excited.
BJ Kamler's show will be held at the O'Fallon Cultural Arts Gallery, located in the Renaud Spirit Center, from November 16th to January 4th. So stop by and show your support and appreciation for one of our local artists.
The key to a full life is staying active. Here is a look at the happenings active adults can find at the Renaud Spirit Center.
Keeping active as you age is critical to overall health and well-being. The Renaud Spirit Center offers a variety of activities and options for older residents to keep moving. One such program is the popular Silver Sneakers, which allows mature residents to enjoy activities for free or reduced costs.
It's an insurance program, and people are able to use our facility for all sorts of things. Some people just use it to walk the track or use some of our cardio machines or some of our weight machines, but we also have quite a few classes that are available to them, including Tai Chi and some of the aerobic classes.
Enjoy cards, coffee, and companionship while keeping your mind sharp. Twice each month, the classic game of bridge can be enjoyed with friends new and old. Coffee and cards are included, just bring your game. If bridge isn't your fancy, playing a few board games might get your mind going. Every second and fourth Thursday afternoon, a variety of games will be available for play, including chess, checkers, mahjong, and a few others. Grab a friend or two and sign up for this exciting social club. Your artistic streak can be cultivated when you spend an evening with a tattooed canvas. Enjoy refreshments and fellowship while creating your own take on an example painting. Whatever you do to keep active, make sure to include a visit to the Renaud Spirit Center.
O'Fallon Theater Works is getting ready for their next production.
O'Fallon Theater Works is excited to be bringing an American classic to the stage, featuring One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, a story situated in a mental institution where a new patient, Randall P. McMurphy, is determined to shake up the institution and challenge the cruel and manipulative nurse, Nurse Ratched.
I'm planning to scrub them urinals so clean that we're gonna have to wear dark glasses every time we take a pee.
I'm so excited about it. It's always fun to do a new play, but this is one we wanted to do for years. And we're really excited that we've got a show that's gonna fit in great with our institutional looking gym here. We're gonna have this great insane asylum hospital. We ended up getting such a great cast for this show. No weak links, everybody's awesome. Our actress who's playing Nurse Ratched is just phenomenal, and she will make you forget Louise Fletcher. She's so good. And our McMurphy, who was played by Jack Nicholson in the movie, he's fantastic. very experienced actor. We're very lucky to have him.
Sam, believe me, I didn't. The hell with that! And the hell with you! I got enough worries of my own without having to latch on any of yours. So quit bugging me, huh?
We have a wonderful set of actors playing our mental patients. Really excited. They've all developed such interesting characters with little quirks.
But you don't have anybody laughing at you, do you? You know, because you're tough and I'm not tough.
We also have Vic Purcelli from KLOU, and he's phenomenal. He's doing a wonderful job. He's playing one of the orderlies, and he's a big bully, and he's a real thug. He's mean.
All you guys! Why the hell do you stay? You cry and bitch about how you can't stand this place, how you can't stand the big nurse?
It's definitely a play that, like, I'm very excited to be in because it ends up tackling the whole entire issue of mental health and how it can end up affecting that, which I think is a very relatable topic for a lot of people, especially nowadays.
Absolutely, I agree with everything you just said.
I would love to actually watch it. Not maybe just any presentation of it. I fell in love with it in the movie, just like anybody else did. But we'd like to see it, and maybe someday we will, huh?
Yeah,
what do you say?
I'm
What do
sure
you say,
there'll be a
Cheswick?
recording
Yeah.
of it sometime.
Yeah.
No, Mr. Scanlon. He's in the recovery room. He will return shortly.
It's a role that's quite sought after, I think. A lot of women want to play Nurse Ratched. She's a real strong woman's role and a lot of fun to do. I just know that she's a great character, lots of dimension to her, and a lot of fun to play.
Staff all agree that it would be beneficial for you to have shock therapy. But we won't, provided you are prepared to admit your mistakes.
Then maybe you could add some other things, like how I'm part of a plot to overthrow the government.
So I am excited about playing Warren. He's not quite a villain, but he's mean and nasty to the patients, takes them for granted, and starts to be like a bully. And that is really far away from my real personality. And in this way, I get to play that character and actually have a lot of fun with it.
Anointest my head with conductant. Do I get a crown of thorns?
Really want to encourage people to come see this show. It opens November 2nd, runs for 2 weekends, and it does have adult content and adult language, so it's not for young kids, but it's a very powerful show. It's a wonderful story, and we're very excited to share it with everybody.
As to that, huh?
Hey, gentlemen, I know you can't avoid an opportunity to be on camera, but we do have a rehearsal to do.
Rehearsal. We don't, this is, come on, we don't need that. No. All right, so come out to see our show. Everyone, yeah, there you go. Yeah, you'll have a good time.
If you would like to purchase tickets, give the Renard Spirit Center a call at 636-474-2732 or go online at o'fallon.mo.us/parksandrec. Now it's time for this week's community calendar. Parents, are you looking for a night out without spending a lot of money on childcare for your kids? Look no further. Drop your children off for a fun evening at the Renard Spirit Center, where they'll have a great time playing games, swimming, and eating pizza too. To participate, kids must be registered in advance by November 15th. It all takes place on Friday, November 16th from 5:30 to 9 p.m. Cost is $10 per child. Develop your child's love for cooking and healthy eating in this fun 3-week class. You'll learn cooking terms, safety in the kitchen, and how to make your favorite food. We will make all the recipes in class, and we'll have enough to share at home too. The next session will take place on Thursday at the Renard Spirit Center, November 22nd from 6 to 7 p.m. Are you ready to burn fat, blast away major calories, and get a little funky? If so, then you're at the right dance party. Dance fitness is hip, fun, easy to follow, and incredibly effective. In this class, you will get a little of everything: hip hop, Latin, and more. It all takes place starting on Wednesday, November 28th at the Renaud Spirit Center from 10:15 to 11:10 a.m. Grab a friend or two and sign up for this exciting new social hour, playing a few board games or your favorite card game, the second and fourth Thursdays of the month. You can choose from a variety of games, including chess, checkers, mahjong, bridge, and a few others. Coffee and ice water will be provided. Please register at least a week in advance.
That's it for today's show. But before we leave you today, we would like to share with you the Capes and Crowns event, where the little ones got to dress up as their favorite heroes and princesses for a day of fun and games. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.